Never forget that you are going to die. Time runs fast. Everyone in the photo is dead. The average human lifespan is 72.6 years. In other words, 26,517 days. This average is higher in countries like Japan, but lower in poor African countries. But for simplicity, let's assume that you live up to 72.6 years, or 26,517 days exactly. If you want to think of it in monetary terms, imagine that you have $26,517 and each day you are spending $1 to stay alive. The word spending has been highlighted because that's what you're doing. You are spending time. You have a limited amount and your account balance only goes down as you pay your rent to be on earth each day. By the time you turn 18, you have spent 6,574 days. When you turn 25, you have spent 9,131 days of your life. By the time you turn 30, you have spent about 11,000 days of your life. However old you are, do the math. The point is, life is finite, and if you're listening to this, it's likely that you have spent a good chunk of it already. Life is wasted every day. The average person watches about 2.5 hours of TV every day. If you consider 16 hours awake per day, this is about 57 days of the year spent watching TV and doing nothing else. It would be reasonable to calculate that the average Netflix user streamed 3.2 hours of video per day during the lockdown. This is about 73 full days in a year, excluding sleep time, spent watching Netflix by the average user. I assume the top 20% of consumers are watching twice that amount. Think of the amount of time being spent on other modern-day time wasters like social media, news, porn, and even wasteful habits such as drinking. The point is that life is finite and short and wasted on most people. The average person is lost. The average person is a fallen animal. He lives like an animal. An animal only lives on instincts, eats what he can kill, and fucks what he can fuck. There is no intelligence involved, no higher purpose, no mission, and in such a situation, what is left to do other than watching TV, eating, and indiscriminately having sex? If you think this is an exaggeration, please take a look at this chart. Ever since we have had consumer culture and second-wave feminism, that is, since the 1950s and beyond, or post-World War II, the rate of fatherlessness has steadily increased across all communities in America, and the rest of the world is on the same path because this lifestyle is spreading fast. In 2014, on average, 40% of the children born in the USA were born out of wedlock. 40%. Isn't that mind-blowing? For black people, it's as high as 70%. Unreal. The number of fatherless families is a good indicator of degeneracy in a society since children from fatherless homes are more likely to be poor, become involved in drug and alcohol abuse, drop out of school, and suffer from health and emotional problems. Think of the compounded effects. How are the children of these children going to be like? Do you want the life of an animal? Going back to the central point, the vast majority of humanity, as it exists today, is living the life of a worthless animal. They are born to eat, fuck, watch TV, watch Netflix, get drunk, work a job, and die. There is no achievement, no dignity, no meaning. They are a fallen species. I do not know what your goals in life are, but if you're listening to this, they are probably more than eat, drink, fuck, watch TV, work a job, die. There are probably things that you want to do in your life that go beyond these. It might be wanting to create a large business, follow your religion, learn your scriptures, build a body to be proud of, research history, work on science and make discoveries, invent things, read a library worth of books just out of curiosity, travel other countries, write books, I don't know. Still, whatever it is, it's probably something that takes time and effort, and it's likely that you want to do more than one of these things. You have a certain number of days still left in your life. If you ever want to actually get what you want in your life, you have to use that time to get it. You are going to die. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. Your time will run out one day at a time. The days may feel long, but years won't. Every year will go by almost in a blur. Your someday will never come unless you make it come today. If you want a life beyond the mass-manufactured, animalistic one focused on eating, fucking, and watching TV, you have to break free. If you don't wake up now, you will grow old one day and realize that your life has been for nothing. You have wasted the gift and now death is at your door. Death is always watching. Death smiles at us all, but all a man can do is smile back and get to work. Don't get caught up in the hysteria. Focus. No one cares what you do with your life. If you want to do the whole animalistic hedonism, then do that. Clearly, that's what almost everyone seems to be doing lately, so you're not abnormal. But if you want a bigger existence, and I don't know if you do, but the intended audience of this podcast does, you cannot afford to let yourself get caught up in the hysteria of the modern age. It will take years and decades away from your life. If you are 25, it's probably around 17,386 days that you have left to live. If you count working life as up to 60 years, it's about 12,783 days. Losing 5 years or 1,826 days to degeneracy and then coming out of it would be a catastrophe. Not only will you have wasted a lot of time, but you will also have damaged your mind and your body and reduced the quality of your remaining days. You will have significantly reduced your chances of success. Never stray from the way, do what you need to do, and remember, you are going to die. It will help you make the right choices to stay on an upwards trajectory. Avoid FOMO, although you're not missing out on too much or anything important, and it will help you stay focused. Thank you for listening. This is your host, Harsh Strongman from Life Math Money.